Hey there folks, it's Antar1011 and today I am bringing you a Pokemon Battle Revolution doubles battle. Since there are no tiers for doubles, this is kind of a bring anything you want battle, although I consider my team to be more UU, but again there really aren't stats for doubles usage, so there's no real sense of what Pokemon are underused, and that's even true in 5th gen, even though we've got simulators that can support doubles. Even VGC, at least for the Smogon stats, there just isn't enough usage to be able to say, okay, here's UU VGC or whatnot. Looking at his team, I see several big threats. Yanmega can be a big threat in certain circumstances. Bronzong, always a major threat in doubles. His Infernape could pack a wallop. He's got a Sunflora. I'm wondering if that's just there for lulls or what's going on. But so here we go. I'm going to lead off with my Charizard and my Steelix, basically one of my faster Pokemon and one of my slower Pokemon. It's got some pretty good synergy because Steelix can go for Earthquake and not have to worry about hitting anyone on my side. But so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and he sends out Infernape and Crobat. So I'm going to go ahead and Air Slash his Infernape. Figure the super effective damage. As long as he's not Sash, I should be able to take it out. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge. I actually consider calling back my Steelix, but I stay in. And I'm going to go for the Stone Edge against his Crobat in case he does something weird with Infernape, basically. His Crobat goes for Sunny Day. That's not going to be good for me at all, because his Infernape is going to go for the Heat Wave. Going to hit both of my Pokemon. It's going to hit Steelix super effectively, and this isn't Gen 5, so there is no Sturdy. Steelix cannot survive that hit, and it's going to go down on the first turn, and that's really, really not good for me. Pidgey, my Charizard, is going to go ahead and go for Air Slash. Is going to KO that Infernape, no problem. He didn't have a Sash, so that's great. Infernape goes down. And so it's a 5-5, and that's Life Orb damage. That's not Solar Power damage. This is Gen 5 after all. Next out for my opponent is going to be Umbreon, and I'm going to send out Lantern. Pidgey, my Charizard, I'm going to have just use Heat Wave since neither of his Pokemon resist it. My Lantern, I really should have had used Thunderbolt against his Crobat, but instead, for some weird reason, I go for Blizzard. Even with 50% accuracy, 2 targets, means that there's a 75% chance that I at least hit someone, but I don't really care about hitting Umbreon right now. The Pokemon that I need to hit is Crobat. Boosted by the Helping Hand, that Sludge Bomb is going to take out my Charizard, and that's really not good for me because it was one of the premier offensive threats on my team, especially in the sun. So that's really not good for me. Blizzard misses his Crobat, is going to hit his Umbreon, is going to do next to nothing. And it was just a really poor play on my part. So anyway, next out for me is Gardevoir. Now I consider I can either go for Psychic against Crobat or I can go for Focus Blast against his Umbreon, and I decide that Focus Blast is a better move, hit his Umbreon, because I can have Lantern use Thunderbolt against his Crobat. Lantern is going to outspeed my Gardevoir based on how they're EV trained. Anyway, he's going to go ahead and go for the Heat Wave, even though Gardevoir doesn't resist it. They're both special walls. I get burned, but all that's going to mean is that he's going to get burned, and I'm going to use up my Lumberry. I have no idea why I have a Lumberry on this guy. Oh, I think it's because, actually, that my Gardevoir is functioning as a Cleric on this team, and there's nothing worse than a Sleeping Cleric, but in which case, I really should have put a Chesto Berry on it, not a Lumberry. But oh well, whatever. Although it is fun to have Synchro Lum happen. You know, someone uses a status move on you, and all that happens is that they get status. That's always fun. I'm actually quite a bit surprised that Focus Blast did not take out that Umbreon, but oh well. Anyway, Umbreon is going to hit my Gardevoir for super effective damage with Assurance, which is doubled considering it has its power doubled, considering that it was hit by a move on the same turn. This next turn, Lantern is going to go for the Thunderbolt, going to try to take out that Umbreon. Unfortunately, that Umbreon is going to survive on just a smidgen of HP. Gardevoir is going to go for the Focus Blast against his against his Bronzong. Just, it's neutral damage, doesn't really do very much. I really should have swapped up those moves, because look at that Umbreon is going to go for Rest, recover back up to full HP, and this is a Chesto Resto set, so he's going to consume his, actually it's a Lumberry, so Lum instead of Chesto again. And now my opponent's going to set off the Trick Room, so I really wish I had my Steelix, because my Steelix does great in Trick Room. It's one of the slowest Pokemon in the game. Anyway, he's going to go ahead and Rock Slide. just hoping for the flinch hacks. The damage is just really not there. Bronzong is really not that impressive, I guess, in terms of doing damage. He is going to take out my Gardevoir with an Assurance. That is, so bye-bye Gardevoir. That's really sad, but I just really did not play this correctly at all. But oh well, I mean, I'm losing, and I'm losing for good reason. Some really stupid plays. So Thunderbolt against his Umbreon. I'm just trying to keep the pressure on Umbreon and just hope that I can take it out eventually. The Sunlight fades, but, you know, he's got no one on his team who's got Fire-type moves at this point, so it's really not going to be a big deal for him. I'm sending out Cthulhu here. That's my Tangrowth, and so I'm just going to go for the Sleep Powder against his Bronzong, because I don't really have anything to hit Bronzong right now, unless it's by some weird chance a Heat Proof instead of a Levitate Bronzong, because then I have Earthquake on this guy. But then again, I don't want to go for Earthquake considering I have a Lantern on this side, so that would be stupid. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put it to sleep, and that way I can focus all my attentions on that Umbreon. So, Bronzong is asleep, that's great. Interestingly, his Umbreon goes for the Sunny Day. No idea why. I mean, okay, I do have an idea why. He's got that Sunflora on his team, so it's probably for the Sunflora, but it's just kind of strange right now. He's going to call back his Bronzong. Out now is going to come that Sunflora. So it's got solar power, but I'm just really not fearing it too much. Going to go for the Power Whip. Stab does quite a bit of damage to that Umbreon. Does not take it out or anything. Umbreon is going to go for the Assurance against my Tangrowth. Ain't going to do jack because Tangrowth is such a bulky Pokemon, especially on the physical side, even though I'm pretty sure I have this guy EV trained for special defense, and I'm pretty sure it's running a sassy nature. Anyway, cannot take out that Umbreon. It's surviving on very little HP. So here, luckily, he goes for the Helping Hand. I was really afraid that he was going to go for the rest and just completely screw me over. But then again, how happy am I that he went for a Helping Hand boosted Solar Beam and took out my Lantern? Okay, so I'm not that happy. Lantern is taken out. It has been sponging those hits quite well before then. So I go for the Hidden Power Ice against his Sunflora. It's super effective. It gets him down to a little less than half. He's going to lose more health thanks to Solar Power, and the Trick Room is going to go down this turn, so that's great. Hopefully I can take out that Sunflora, and hopefully I can take out that Umbreon before it rests, because my my Tachikoma, my Rotom, is going to be faster than his Pokemon, almost certainly, and I've got the Hidden Power Fighting, and that is what I'm going to go for. So Hidden Power Fighting against Umbreon, and here we go, Hidden Power. Please hit. Well, I mean, obviously it's going to hit, but please KO. It does. I was a little bit concerned that that guy was going to somehow tank that hit, but I really had nothing to worry about. Rotom has pretty good special attack, and I think I'm running Timid, not Modest. Anyway, Hidden Power Ice is going to take out his Sunflora, and that's great. So while I was down 4-2, now it's back to a tie game of 2-2. I am down to my last two Pokemon, and that's not good. But he's down to his last two Pokemon as well, so I'm just hoping that I will be able to hold my own and win this game. So he does have one Pokemon sleeping, so I do have a little bit of an advantage. So I just got to play this right. Now, Cthulhu is going to go ahead and use Hidden Power Ice against his against his Yanmega. He's going to go for the Detect, which is why I went for the Discharge rather than some kind of direct attacking move. That way I'm hedging my bets and I'm hitting both of his Pokemon. Now I am hitting my Tangrowth as well, but Tangrowth resists electric type moves, so I'm really not that concerned. It's basically going to recover off any of that damage with leftovers, so that's great. So Hidden Power is blocked and it's basically a wasted turn. Now I'm really wondering, if his Bronzong was awake, would he go for the Trick Room, considering that Yanmega is fast and it has speed boost. I was actually expecting it to be a tinted lens set. That must have been a misclick right there, him going for the Air Slash against my Rotom. He must have gotten my nickname confused, but I actually did run the calcs, and unless he'd gotten max damage and was running a plus special attack nature, he could not have KO'd my whatchamacallit, Tangrowth. So anyway, going to go for the Hidden Power, it is going to take out that Yanmega, and I actually do manage to win this game. So that was a great, extremely close game, Pollurrtopie. And folks, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy bringing you guys PBR, and you guys seem to like it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Feel free to check out my channel. So long.